What's up, you damn plebeians? Neil with the Balding Plebs, joined by my brother,
Mr. fucking YouTube, baby.
Alright, Mr. fucking YouTube. It's a E3 live gameplay showcase with IGN discussing Remnant from the Ashes. This was requested that we check this out from Snake Silverhand. Of course, you know Snake, one of our favorite subscribers of all time. And here we go. Let's check it out.
I hate listening to these guys talk.
I might talk to a talking tree and kill a tree ant, and we'll have completely different experiences. But it is very focused around that dungeon experience, that boss fighting experience, for sure.
Oh, this, I thought this looked dumb as hell.
Forest fantasy at work.
Yeah, the game starts on Earth, so it's kind of like post-apocalyptic 1968, but it goes pretty fantasy from there. You go through these things, these red crystal things, which are kind of like fantasy stargates, and you go to more sci-fi world, you go to a world like this world, you're seeing Yeisha, which is a more fantasy fawn creature. We wanted a lot.
Some of the creature design is okay.
Yes, I
That
really
say
like
is
this creature
okay.
design.
So obviously, a huge
I think the
part of it
world
is
looks
this,
stupid, you know, kind of bland.
Dungeon space.
Don't you?
Tell me
Yeah.
about
Like, come on. This is a free-to-play, right? That's what this world looks like. This looks like Dauntless.
Well, it is
So you have
not
some
free to
basic
play.
character progression. You get traits throughout the game. that
Better
you can
get-
level up,
it's gotta
and you
be.
acquire them by playing the game. But really, a lot of the progression comes through loot, like you said. And one thing that's different between this game and like a typical looter shooter is like all the loot in the game are basically legendary items. And so every time you fight a boss or complete an event or talk to an NPC, there's usually a unique item. It might be a new weapon. It might be a weapon mod, which is our equivalent of magic.
Yeah, I
It might
don't
be
know
armor,
how
it
I
might be a
really
magical
feel about
talisman.
this.
Everything's unique. So depending on what event you get,
Okay,
randomized
you know,
for,
okay,
you're gonna have
sure, the
different gears.
legendary loot and the unique loot thing is cool,
So you might
and I
have
do
armor,
like that,
weapons, so
but the
if
actual
you're like, oh,
gameplay here
let's get
does
that.
not look
Fought a dragon.
stellar.
Let's roll a new
It-
world.
it doesn't
I
look
get that, and I get that.
new enough or interesting enough to get excited about. Does it?
No. It actually looks really bland.
Come on, dude. You guys, for real. Like, y'all watching this with us. Be honest with me.
Is that a consideration? Is there any way to kind of hand pick the loot?
This game is coming out in very soon.
Re-rolling
Just so you know. And I do think
What is the pricing on this stuff?
some mechanism in the game to
That's
get
a great
specific-
Is this a $69? Is this a
no,
$59
no,
thing?
it is not a $60 release.
It is not?
No, it is not.
Okay.
You
Well,
know,
that's something.
early on, which is the ability to go into a particular area and just randomly generate that area of the game, like the city. But the other thing is you can jump into your friend's game, and so if you had the dragon in your world, I could jump into your game, we kill the dragon, everybody gets the loot, and I can take that back to my world.
$39.99 PC on Steam.
I still have loot.
There's $39.99
Well, how much is it on PS4? That's the only platform anybody wants to play on anyway.
And then you gotta find this other person, and there's
Ah!
a secret connection between the two, and that sometimes that'll lead to traits or new items. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways to acquire them. But bosses always give you a quick gun.
So my favorite part of Dungeons & Strikes is definitely the big, bespoke, mechanically challenging boss at the end, and that's something that I see is definitely present in your game. Can you talk me through the boss design, what you're thinking there in terms of difficulty?
Yeah, so we have 24, I'm not going to quote the exact number, 25 bosses somewhere
That's
in
a
the
lot.
neighborhood. I don't know the
It's a
exact
lot
number,
for a
but
bunch.
we definitely wanted to make sure every boss is unique and challenges you in different ways. Like, this guy's a really strong melee guy. There's another guy we call the Totem Father who places down these totems, and you have to really manage the totems. And we wanted a unique mechanic like that in every boss fight. And they are hard. Like, these are not easy boss fights. You're going to die several times before you learn to master them. And that's also why it's good to bring along friends, because there are abilities in the game that
How much is
help
it?
you synergize, like healing abilities and
It's only
buff
on
abilities,
PC.
buff members of the group too.
$39.99 PC.
Okay.
Obviously, we see these very unique-looking guns, but is there any other loot in terms of armor, cosmetics for your character that you can kind of customize the way you
Yeah, we have tons of armor. We got tons of other magical items like trinkets and.
All right. So where?
Yeah,
Let's
we
say
got
I am
melee
interested in
guns,
this.
we
Let's
have
just
melee
say, for the
guns,
sake of argument, I'm
so you
interested
can
in
have
this.
two guns equipped,
Where
you can melee weapons
is
at same
the?
time, and you can kinda
Where's
change
the
between
hook
two,
here?
so
That's what
there's
I'm
tons of
looking for,
opportunities
guys, and I'm not seeing it specifically.
This to me is very rinse, wash, repeat.
So what are we missing here? Somebody out there that's watching this with us that's really interested and really excited for this. What are we missing about this? Because I'm not
Yeah,
seeing
all the
where
weapons and all the armor can get upgraded over time.
I'm
So
seeing.
you find
Okay,
an item
it's
that starts
basic
at level
dungeon
1,
crawler. It's quarter shooter.
really
It's
the level of
looter
items is kinda
shooter.
how you know if you're up to the challenge.
Sure, I get some
If you see a level 5
legendary
enemy,
stuff.
you got
Woohoo!
level 2 items, you're
Big deal.
probably gonna have a hard time with that enemy. So it really is the metric by which you.
What
gauge
am I
the difference
missing?
in the enemy.
It's not spectacularly well detailed in the environments.
For combat, I saw some dodge rolling. I saw some.
You know what
The
this?
the enemy design is cool.
Yeah.
That is one positive I will give it. I do like that.
Darksiders 3 and Darksiders 2 and Darksiders 1, so we know a lot about that kind of stuff. But on really the bread and butter of the game are the guns. You have 2 guns. You have like a handgun and a long gun. The guns have these things called weapon mods, which you can attach
Brute
them, which are
Dragon.
basically spells in our game. So as you attack things with that gun, that mod
But
powers up.
I'm
so
not
it might
seeing
look like
something.
a
I'm just
fire,
not
it might
seeing
summon
something
things
here.
to fight with you, or it might leave a healing aura on the
Right?
ground.
That's getting me
So there's a lot of
really
tactics
going
out
for
there
this
as
right
far as,
now.
like, what weapon mods do I
I've
have?
played this game
Guns,
about
how does everything
10,000
work?
times.
And
What
then
was
you
that
have
game that
protect
came
yourself.
out?
This is a free-to-play game. This
what-
is Warframe. This is literally every free-to-play fucking game out there.
What was that game that came out last year? It was Dark Souls with guns, is how they branded it.
Start to fiddle with all the bits.
Oh, I don't even
Remember that one and we
It was so
played
fucking
it?
terrible.
And people were talking about it, and it just looked absolutely terrible.
I don't know if this quote-unquote looks terrible from like a gameplay. Like, I think it's going to be fine,
Yeah.
but it
Keyword,
just doesn't
fine.
look
We're called world bosses.
super spectacular like I would day one this. That's where my problem is.
This looks like something I'd get for $7 on a Steam sale.
Yeah, this is a fun thing to pick up on sale that you and your friends could play together. But there's no point to day one this.
Yeah.
Unless you're absolutely bored out of your fucking mind. And this has been probably the worst summer in gaming history for releases so far. I mean, there is nothing right now.
There's a lot of elements to the fight that you have to master.
I mean, this is. I mean, we're playing free-to-play Dauntless. We're so fucking bored. The best thing to come out this summer was the Monster Hunter beta.
Yeah, no shit.
So maybe they're gonna have a good release window here because of how bored everybody is. That they'll get people to play this. But to me, this looks stupid. Like this just looks.
And so there are some
Boring.
stuff that came over.
I can't see a reason to
They're
play
not
this.
exactly like bonfires, but they
Well, not for
reset-
$40.
similarly in the
No.
reset the world if you use
I
them.
mean, if this was
So
a
there's some tactics
maybe
that-
buy one get one,
Oh, do I want to rest and restore?
Yeah, if this was Buddy Pass.
Buddy Pass maybe,
things at
I'd
these
do it.
Checkpoints, or do I want to keep going and just be low on resources and not reset the world and respawn all the enemies?
So we're seeing multiple players here. How many players can you play with in total?
You can play up to 3 players, and that's another thing we think is really cool. Is it's seamless co-op. So, like, if you love Soulsborne and you want to just play a game that has seamless drop-in, drop-out co-op, this is the game. You can go in with your friends. You can play at any point. There's no barrier to entry. You don't have to like use a special.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people trying to compare this. Again, trying to make this like the Dark Souls with guns. It's not the first time I've heard that reference. And I just... They tried that with the other game last year, and it was just a total disaster.
Yep. I mean, you couldn't play multiplayer fully offline,
Sure.
but you can play single player fully offline for sure.
This is a better looking environment anyway.
Yeah.
And there's also a hub world. Tell us what we can do in the hub
But
world.
I just.
Yeah, so you
Look
have
at
a-
that.
I just don't see it, guys. At $40, I mean, I don't see enough differentiation here. Being honest with you.
There's actually events that will sometimes result
Again,
in
I'm not
going
saying
back to the
that
club
this
and
couldn't be fun for a couple rounds, and that honestly, I couldn't see myself maybe playing this a little bit. But no way for $40.
you can always
No.
go back
No
to
fucking way.
back to where you were.
This looks free to play.
Is there a concern with cheating? I know,
Right?
like,
And then you
Borderlands
buy
has
some,
the offline
cosmetic
character
stuff.
System in PC, you can just open a text editor and be like 9-9. Is that a concern? Is there some kind of logic checking for that when players connect?
Yeah, there's some logic in there for sure to make sure that people aren't cheating. But you know, at the end of the day, if you want to play offline and hack your character, like, what do we care at the end?
Open BattleNet D2.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm into it.
You're not hurting anybody. It's not competitive, so.
Definitely throwing it back. Can you tell us what's happening in terms of the narrative and the story? It seems like a very intentionally opaque world, but any light you can shed there.
Yeah, so the high level story is pretty simple. It's like, hey, the root took over the earth and destroyed it. Now try to figure out what happened and stop it. But it's really, we look at it as like an odyssey. That we wanted players to go through and experience all this cool stuff, and we want it to feel like a fairy tale. Like you talk to talking trees and you meet a strange fawn creature that plays the flute, and like there's all kinds of weird puzzles and stuff. And it's really about the journey along the way. And if you want to get into the lore, it's there. It's in books. It's in old computer terminals. It's in scraps of paper. It's on old dead NPCs on the ground or other NPCs. But at the end of the day, if you just want to have fun and kill stuff and kill bosses and get
You know what this reminds me of? I'll tell you what this reminds me of. This reminds me of how I felt when I first played The Surge.
Yeah.
Not a game I'm going to invest in, and a game I'm going to wait for sale.
Yeah.
And I felt that way the very first night when I played The Surge.
Yeah. There is something to be said for quote-unquote easy to get into games.
Yes.
Where, like, if you're just sitting around one night, you got a couple friends, you all got this, and you just want to get in for some fun. There is something to be said for that, and I do like that.
Absolutely.
I do like that, and I will give it positives for that. I'm just saying I don't think there's enough here for me, based on what I'm seeing in the gameplay, to say $40, I'm at my PC day one with a copy of this loaded up.
Taking time off work.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now, if they run a sale on this and everybody can pick it up for $10,
you can acquire any
We might have a conversation here.
that could be fun. right?
sure.
And you feel like you're going to get your money's worth because even if you don't play it all the time, or it's just kind of a side game, you don't feel bad about it. But I don't see this as a top-tier game, or a game where I have to have a top-tier level of investment. And that, I think, is my biggest issue. I haven't seen anything here that I haven't seen in other games already.
So obviously we're seeing some
Right?
fantasy weapons, but they're based on real.
And that's
so, what do we have in terms of
where I'm struggling.
shotgun snipers, things like that?
Yeah, we have all the basic, like, what you would expect on Earth and beyond. because
But,
you go to these other
hey,
worlds
there is
and
something to be
stuff,
said to have seamless drop-in, drop-out co-op, and you just want to get in and have some fun.
Absolutely.
So-
shotgun, it becomes a root shotgun, and it's all over.
And, depending on when this releases, again,
Talk to me about.
I said it before,
that.
this is probably the worst summer for game releases I've ever
Is
seen.
there any way to tinker them and upgrade
And I'm
them?
bored as hell right now.
Do I need to do
So,
August 20th.
August 20th, well, that's a little bit before Monster Hunter Iceborne, so...
There's a lot of the progression. Really
And I don't have anything else on the calendar, so...
there's a lot of depth to how you
I
upgrade
mean, that's kind of the way we go.
how you upgrade what weapon mods you put into them, and that sort of thing.
Who knows?
Fantastic. Well, this
I
has
don't
been
personally
tremendous
see it
from
at
the
this
Ashes.
price,
Definitely looking
based
forward
on what
to
we
playing
see
it.
here. You
Certainly
guys got to
playing
make your own
it.
determination. I can definitely...
1968.
I can definitely... personally, I feel like this is a free-to-play. If this was free-to-play, I'd be excited for this. I'd be on this. I'm just not seeing enough here. I just don't see it, dude. Like, I don't know.
I like the creature design.
That's the best part of it, the creature design. The world design looks basic.
Looks meh. The combat looks very
Repetitive as fuck.
very repetitive. Like just point shoot. I don't know. I don't know. Like I don't know if I'm supposed to feel differently about it. I don't know how I'm supposed to respond to it. But for $40, this
No.
is day one. I get $40.
There's just no fucking way. I mean, there's no way.
Not for me.
No. I mean, even with us being as bored as we are and begging for a game.
Like I said, if you've got 4 or 3 people that are going to play this together every night,
I just feel like this is something that's going to be on sale for $10 within 6 months.
oh yeah,
Easily. Right? So what does this game have going for it that excites me? I do like the fact that you would get unique equipment. That's cool.
but if everything is unique, it's no longer unique. It's just it's now the norm.
That might be the case.
But it may
I
be a
like-
way to make the equipment feel special.
Yeah. I like the fact that you can do drop in, drop out co-op, because honestly the selling point here for me with this would be co-op. I mean, there's just no way I'd play this single player.
No.
Under any condition whatsoever. There's better options. So for me, the selling point here would be co-op, and I like it if it's easy to use co-op. That is something I like.
I mean, you don't like it when you have to have one of you has to have beaten the mission.
No.
Nah, trash.
No, I want to have an experience where, hey, I get to get in. If I want to get in for a round, I turn on the console, I load it up, I connect with my friend, and I'm in a match.
Or your PC or whatever.
Whatever it is. And I don't have to think about it. That's what I like with my co-op games.
Yep.
So that's a major positive when you look at this. The creature design is awesome. Some of the bosses look fun. I mean, let's be honest, fighting dragons and some of these, like the guy with the needles in them would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. But, again, I don't see enough here to day one this at $40.
No way.
I just don't. It's just not unique enough, guys.
I may play it, but I don't know if I'll keep it.
Yeah. And I'd get it for $10.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Because that's what I think you're going to get it for. And you look at how many options there are in the free-to-play world or in the on-sale world where you're going to find games that are like this. And I don't see a differentiator here, personally. So, if somebody's out there watching this and you guys can shed some light and tell me why I'm wrong, I would really appreciate it. Because I do like to give games a chance, you know?
Absolutely.
I can see some passion in this.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
some good passion here. But I'm just not seeing it come across in the gameplay. So, wish I could offer more than that, but I think this is a wait. I really do.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be interested to see what the plebs think. Give us your thoughts. Remnant from the Ashes. Like the video if you enjoyed the breakdown discussion reaction here. We'll see you guys right here next time for more content like this. And Mr. YouTube, I gotta be honest with you, I think I'm I'm pretty much the same page you're on with this. To me, it feels... It's got a backbone, but it just... I don't know if it's just quite all there or not.
I'm struggling to see that special thing that makes me day one this. I think you wait here, get it on sale, and save yourself some money. You're welcome.
GG, a plebs.